If you're looking for Google Ad Grant case studies, we have a treat for you. On our website, we have over 30, I think the current count is 34 different case studies of organizations that we've helped with the Google Ad Grant and the impact they've seen. I'm going to go over some of the highlights in this video, but we encourage you to check out that resource as well on our website. It's truly a tremendous collection of organizations from across all the different sectors in the nonprofit world and the cool ways that they've been utilizing the ad grant. So to give a couple examples, one organization that we love working with is a fair trade nonprofit. They have goods that they sell on their website that are created by actually women in another country, and the funds that are generated from selling those goods allow the women to have great incomes and financial security, and it also funds programs that are helping develop their communities. That organization has a phenomenal website, a phenomenal set of products, and they actually use the Google Ad Grant to sell. In the most recent month, I was just looking at the data, they sold last month $4,800 worth of merchandise, actually like purchased, paid for merchandise just with the ad grant in the past month. So that's really, really cool. Most organizations won't have that type of, smashing out of the box success, but for some organizations, especially those in the fair trade world, that is possible. We have another organization which you may have heard of. It's called Rotary International, which has chapters all over the world, all over the country, and they have used the Google Ad Grant to get hundreds and hundreds of people to raise their hands and say, yes, I'd like to become a member of Rotary. I am a person of action, and I want to join this incredible community of doing good in the world. So that's been a really wonderful case study as well. We have a garden, actually a botanic garden in Indiana, which has a beautiful, beautiful facility, beautiful spaces. They use the Google Ad Grant to promote both their spaces and the ways that they allow people to interact with nature, but also their space as an event venue where people can have a wedding or people could have a private party. And those revenues allow them to continue to maintain the space and continue to give people great ways to interact with the natural world. So that's another really cool example that we like to talk about. Another example of an organization is a swimming organization that's called US Masters Swimming. They have swimming clubs all around the country where adults can swim and compete and improve their skills. And they also use it to acquire new members or to renew existing members. And each year they have hundreds and hundreds of members that are either signing up for the first time or renewing or finding clubs to get involved in all over the country, which is really wonderful. We have a number of animal-focused organizations which either help with advocacy against cruelty to animals or provide a way for people to adopt animals that have maybe been abandoned. And they have phenomenal success. Animal organizations, I say this all the time, animal organizations do incredibly well with the Google Ad Grant because there's so many people that have a heart for helping animals, and there are actually relatively few animal nonprofits in the country, in the United States, relative to the number of people that are interested. So even if you don't have the most incredible website in the world, if you work with animals, you will probably have a lot of success with the Google Ad Grant. And we have lots of cool case studies on our website of organizations that are able to do just phenomenal work. We have one, which is a case study on our website that provides a place for a specific type of dog, border collies, to live, and they also have a retreat center where you can go with your dog and just enjoy his time off the clock and off the leash. And bookings there provide funds for the rescue to continue to operate. So it's this very cool virtuous cycle of people getting involved in the nonprofit and also helping it sustain its work. And they use the Google Ad Grant to raise awareness for the rescue operation, but also to book people who come and stay at their facility, which is really, really cool. We have a number of organizations which help with advocacy. Certainly in the animal space, we have an organization there that helps expose cruelty that's happening to animals and draw attention to that. We have an organization called UNCF, which helps promote the scholarship opportunities that are available to people attending HBCUs. HBCUs are historically black colleges and universities, which do a phenomenal job of sort of helping students graduate with really valuable degrees, but also less debt than comparable institutions oftentimes. And it improves the college persistent rates, especially for African American students getting through college with less debt and into great careers. So they do a lot of advocacy work in terms of supporting HBCUs, in terms of making students aware of the scholarship opportunities that are available, and so forth. As a final example, we have a number of clients that are in the senior living or senior care space. As the population continues to age, people, whether they have parents or they themselves, are trying to figure out what's next, and they might need to move into some kind of assisted living or retirement community. We have a number of organizations in that space that are able to research or reach people that are doing research and making these incredibly impactful decisions in terms of where their parents or they themselves might be spending some of the last years of their lives, and how that can actually be some of the best years of their lives. Those organizations have phenomenal success. Even with relatively few people clicking on their ads, each of those clicks could potentially be a life-changing decision for that person or for the organization. So that's another great case study area as well. I could talk on and on for hours about all of these. It's actually, I am the CEO of Nonprofit Megaphone. We have a wonderful team of 25 people, but I have asked that I continue to do the case studies. I actually write those and put them on the website. Sometimes I get some help, but I love doing it because so many of the stories that we're able to share are just so heartwarming, and sometimes almost bring me to tears with how cool it is, the nonprofits that we get to support and the work they get to do. So if you take nothing else away from this video, be encouraged. The Google Ad Grant can almost definitely help organizations like yours, even if you're smaller, even if what you do is a little bit more niche. We probably have an example in our 200 odd clients of someone who's similar to you and the success they've been able to have. So check out the case studies and let me know what you think. If you have questions or there are things we can do to be more helpful, feel free to toss them in the comments or reach out to us through our website. Our website is just nonprofitmegaphone.com. And again, thank you for the great work that you do every day.